Don in London, hello. It's October the 17th, 2009. My video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour, or both substance and behaviour. My substance, alcohol; my behaviour, well, I could cross-addict into anything. And my favourite, I don't know if it's my favourite first, was workaholism, then relationships, or both, and anything, food, you name it. And trying to be perfect, never so. And that gap inside, the gap between progress and perfection, always bothered me and filled me with fear of not being good enough, feeling less than others. So these days, what I'm learning on a daily basis is it's good to have a bit of a gap inside where there is room for progress and never getting to perfection. Now that's taken me a long time, and I'm so glad it's taken me a while to understand who I am, and that I need never know the true me, only the me I am today. So who am I? I'm just Don, recovering alcoholic, and life is better a day at a time without a drink. So sobriety is the keystone of my life. So what comes first in my life? Sobriety. So then I can be a part of, be included in family, community, and wherever I happen to be. So the gift for me is being in a fellowship. That's AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. Keeps me sober on a daily basis, or helps me keep myself sober on a daily basis. I realised I couldn't do it on my own, and that was the moment of clarity for me, and it took a long time. And I kept on going back to drink, and I don't know why. It's that thing, the disease of addiction, and it's an emotional, spiritual and physical manifestation as I have come to understand. So what helps me most, as I say, AA, the Fellowship of Alcoholics Anonymous. I don't speak for it, never can, never will. It's full of unique, authentic people who can speak for themselves where they choose. And the anonymous bit is the absolute sanctuary, it's the absolute gift, a sanctuary to find the truth of us and not be judged any more harshly than we can ourselves. We hope, but then again we're all making progress, so sometimes we will feel judged and sometimes people will judge us. But the gift of fellowship is that as we get a little bit more sane, or regain our sanity on a daily basis, we start to understand how to live life and not worry so much about what other people think of us, but actually ask ourselves, what is our conduct today? What is our attitude and behaviour to what is going on around us? And how may we be a part of things without disrupting, and all those things which are negative. So AA, I go to meetings as often as I can, most days if I can, and there is a preamble or statement of intent shared at the beginning of each meeting, and it goes like this. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution. It does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And yes, I went to a meeting last night. I can say I was there, but I can't say that anybody else was there. But there was more than me there. And it was a fantastic share by the principal sharer for a few minutes at the beginning of the meeting, and it set a tone of understanding how a person can find experience, strength and hope to be in recovery one day at a time, and this 24-hour time frame which keeps us all in the same place and in the same moment, hopefully. This one precious moment we have, or this one precious day we have, to live life and experience it, and that's where the wisdom comes from. But the gift of fellowship is, with every person who is in it comes some wisdom, some experience, strength and hope, and we all have different amounts of experience of drinking and sobriety, and we also have different experiences of life happening on the same day. So if we're feeling down and not sure, we're most likely to find some solution to what we're trying to deal with on a daily basis in the rooms by listening and sharing and being a part of. What a gift. And I never thought I'd be saying that. I was a cynic beyond belief when it came to AA. I was in denial for many years. I was in ignorance most of my life about what was hurting me. And it was me hurting me because I just did not understand life. So the gift today, I'm learning life one day at a time. I'm learning who I am one day at a time. And it certainly is in the journey of living that we actually find happiness. We don't find happiness at the end of life. We might find peace, but it's better to be on the journey and finding happiness and joy as we go, or sadness and grief as we go. And excuse me, on a couple of occasions recently, people have said they've been trying to get over something. And my experience is we don't get over things. We learn to live with the experience we've had. And, you know, when we lose people in our lives, either because they wander off, which can happen, or they just plain die on us, you know, we get grief. And grief is part of living. So it's not about getting over. And to an extent, I don't know that it's about closure either, because closure means that we've forgotten, or we've put it down, and it's no longer part of us. But you know what? Grief is part of us, and I guess part of grief for me is living with the change in what I know about life and losing people. So, yes, opinion. It's not the truth, it's just my opinion and my belief, and that's most important. Spiritual is about finding the truth of now, the reality of now, however it manifests, and that can be good or not so good. Anyway, daily reflections for today, one of the AA books I use, it talks about a daily tune-up, and October's all about step 10, doing an inventory of how things are going, good and bad. And it says here, every day is a day when we must carry the vision of God's will into all our activities. God is truth, God is love, God works through people. For me, and everybody has their unique, authentic take on a power greater than themselves, and it can be simply good conscience which is there. How do I maintain my spiritual condition? For me, it's quite simple. On a daily basis, I ask my higher power to grant me the gift of sobriety for that day. I have talked to many alcoholics who have gone back to drinking, and I always ask them, did you pray for sobriety the day you took your first drink? Not one of them said yes. As I practice step 10 and try to keep my house in order on a daily basis, I have the knowledge that if I ask for a daily reprieve, it will be granted. And most often it's granted when I'm in the company of people who stay in recovery for a little bit of the day, if not a lot of the day, and then see how it goes in daily life. So we learn, and we live and learn. And as Bill sees it, this one here, it says on page 231, privileged to communicate. Everyone must agree that we AAs are unbelievably fortunate people, fortunate that we have suffered so much, fortunate that we can know, understand and love each other so supremely well. These attributes and virtues are scarcely of the earned variety. Indeed, most of us are well aware that these are rare gifts which have their true origin in our kinship, born of a common suffering and a common deliverance by the grace of God or good conscience. Thereby we are privileged to communicate with each other to a degree and in a manner not very often surpassed among our non-alcoholic friends in the world around us. And the gift of that, I haven't read it all because there isn't enough time, the gift is that we try and find the truth of now, and you know, that touchstone of truth. We're all looking for it, it's elusive, it's like the Holy Grail, but it's progress, it's just simply progress. And in a manner of acceptance, that serenity prayer to God, the God of your understanding, or to good conscience, as you choose or understand for yourself, is this: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference is simply just for today.